comes to Venezuela, since you were talking about it, yesterday you said that you wanted the people to liberate themselves. How does that look? And if you were in the White House today, would you have done what President Trump ordered the action in Venezuela? Would you have done that?
If ifs and buts were candy and nuts, every day would be Christmas, my man. I mean, that's just the nature of it. No, look, you go back. I mean, this has been an issue in this state that I've been very vocal on for 15 years. I mean, actually, Chavez came to power probably sometime in like 2006 or 7 in that time period. And what did Chavez and Maduro do? They totally tanked the country. They tanked the economy. They repressed people. They took what should be the most prosperous country in South America and turned it into a place where people have to eat trash to be able to survive. And so I've always viewed Maduro as somebody that was illegitimate. And clearly this most recent election, I mean, was an illegitimate election in 2024 down in Venezuela. So bringing him to justice is absolutely appropriate. The larger context is this. During Biden's presidency, what we saw was increasing hostility throughout the Western Hemisphere to the United States of America with the installation of a lot of Marxist regimes. In fact, there were more Marxist regimes at the height of Biden's presidency than there were at the height of the Cold War. Because obviously, you know, Brazil was taken over, you got Venezuela, Colombia had a takeover, Cuba, which is orchestrating a lot of this, and you have some really, really rogue regimes. Honestly, with Trudeau, I counted Canada as a Marxist regime at that time too. And not that it's a little better, but that he was a piece of work. So, you know, you just had that. Mexico has been a total narco state. So now, you know, Milei gets in. We got a new president in Chile coming in. Hopefully Venezuela can turn, because they have massive resources. They have gold, they have oil, they have things. They could be an extraordinarily prosperous, free country. But they've got to choose that. And, you know, it's interesting. I had Juan Guaido. Remember Juan Guaido back in, this was during Trump's first term. His wife was, I mean, we brought her to Tallahassee. We thought that was something that was imminent. And it kind of just was a stalemate for a long time. And so now they have an opportunity to be able to choose a better path. I don't think that can be imposed, you know, by the United States. But I think Maduro really was repressing kind of the positive energy there. And so now they have a pathway to maybe get their country on a better course. But they could be very, very successful. There's no question about it. But it just shows you, you know, I'm watching this guy in New York City, and he talks about the frigidity of rugged individualism, that they're going to choose the warmth of collectivism. And I'm just thinking about myself, you know, the 100 million dead bodies because of collectivism, those are cold, dead bodies. It's not warmth. Why do you have to build walls to keep people in collectivist societies? Why do you have to resort to coercion and force in collectivist societies? Cuba, are people emigrating to Cuba? No, they try to leave Cuba. Are people emigrating to Venezuela? They've had millions and millions of people flee the country. And so this is just a textbook example of the failure of leftist and Marxist ideology put into place. So now you have New York City, and they're going to try to repeat kind of a similar song. Now, he's limited because he's a mayor. He's not a head of state. He thinks he's a head of state, but he's not. And so they're limited. But, you know, it's funny. You have all this lofty rhetoric, say everything's going to be free, and then they just raise the subway fares. I was like, you know, it doesn't work. None of this stuff will ever work. And so it was sad that they went down that road. And hopefully there's enough people that go back there to really prop up a better way forward.